see that, mate. I think if the camera angles had anything to go by, you're a bit agitated, particularly in the second half. Were you annoyed by that performance?
No, absolutely had zero annoyance with our players.
Right.
Some staff members copped it.
The doctor?
He could have been one of them, yeah.
What was that about?
Got to know the rules of the game, and but no, I'll talk to him in private. It's not really to be aired publicly.
What the injury front, Brad? Lockie subbed out at half time. Is he must be an extreme doubt for next week?
Yeah, I'd say he's in doubt. I mean, it's something that he's managed throughout the year. He started the game really well, so we'll just see how he pulls up. I mean, it's really hard to comment other than to say that.
Did he get a knock on it, or was just the, I suppose, being back
I'm not really sure, Nick. He just was a bit sore at half time, so we decided a no risk policy was the best one.
It's hit, right? Yeah, again.
Yep.
Hit. What about Lee Adams and the old shoulder? Yeah.
Nothing wrong with his shoulder. I don't know who reported that. He got subbed off with concussion.
Okay. Nathan Grimer?
Our second sub for the day. Nathan Grimer, he's just got a corky in his quad, but he's fine. We were going to play with 17 in the last 15 minutes if we had to, but you know he was a little bit ginger, but it's just a knock. He'll be fine.
When you say Lee Adams got subbed off, his second sub, you don't mean that literally? He just couldn't come back on?
Yeah, no, we're just down to 2 on the bench.
Yeah.
A little bit frustrating not to have someone to come on when the concussion test was being run and whatnot. But
it just is what it is. I mean, if you make your sub and you get another injury, but I mean, interchange is a cap, so it doesn't really hurt you that much.
It's always a wrestle with the last round when your position basically can't change. You're happy with how you obviously you went in, but how you came out on the balance of things, the guys you left out, the guys you left back, and you're at your best possible shape, you think, for Saturday night?
Yeah, I think we're in better shape than we've been all year, and we've been working towards that over the last month. So, yeah, I mean, the guys that we left out will be cherry ripe. You know, and the guys who came in, you know, some of them are going to give us real selection headaches. You know, Mason Wood looks like an AFL player. You know, we've said for a while that we didn't want to bring him in until he was ready to play, and ready to play good AFL footy, and he did some good things today and kicked 3 and 4 shots at goal, and Kane Turner continues to impress. So I thought Curry battled away in the ruck and did some good things. Yeah, and then other guys who are fighting for spots, given we've probably got some guys coming in next week.
Ben Brown, are you surprised by how quickly he's picked up the game at AFL level?
Not really surprised, because we rated him highly. I mean, we were really keen to draft him. We had him right under our nose at Werribee, you know, for a fair while, so we were able to watch him really closely. But he's going to get better and better. Reads the game well, really good athlete. So yeah, he's been a great find for us this year.
And Nick Del Santo was the sub, obviously, same as the other guys, but just a loading sort of thing for you? Or?
Yeah, Nick's a player. I mean, he's played, I'm not sure, 290 odd games. He just loves continuity. So, given where he's at the stage of his career that he's at, we did. You know, he and I had an extensive conversation about how we'd manage it. But he's like all of our other players. They're players and they want to play. So that was the compromise.
I was going to ask you, so you wanted him to sit it out and he refused? Yeah.
Yep. But it's great. I mean, that's what you want, your players. I mean, the guys that we left out, they weren't happy about it. They were dirty about it, but that's the calls you make in the best interests of the team.
Starting at the club, do you think this will be the toughest selection committee discussion or debate?
Hopefully. Yeah, it's a good problem to have if that's the case. But I mean, we'll just, you know, I mean, we'll do all our due diligence. We'll work out what the best team is for next weekend, and you know, it sounds brutal, but I suspect that'll be relatively easy. It should stand out pretty clearly once we go through it. So, you know, that's not to say that there aren't going to be some unlucky players, but we'll pick the team that's best equipped to play the opposition.
Any thoughts on Essendon? I gather you watched them today. Your thoughts on them?
Yeah. Oh, they're a good side. You know, they're a good side. They've earned their way into the finals, and you know, I've got a lot of admiration for the way the players have acquitted themselves this year under some duress off field, and you know that you can't help but have that seep off-field issues seep into on-field issues at times, but they've weathered that storm really well. So, they're a good outfit.
Round one, it was a pretty tough game for you. What have you learned from that game that will help you Saturday night?
Oh, it's really, I mean, it's such a long time ago that I think footy evolves almost in 3-month cycles. So the game changes pretty regularly. So, of course we'll look at it, but I think that, they'll be looking at us the last month and us the same with them, I suspect.
Daniel Wells running a bit of touch tonight. Brady, must imagine you're happy with his performance.
Yeah, he's a class above. I mean, you can see why we've missed him. So he's a valuable addition to our side.
And if you compare going to this finals as opposed to that one 2 years ago when I think the team sort of probably run out of a bit of gas, do you see yourselves as much better position this time around?
Oh yeah, we're primed and ready to go. So we're we'll play a side full of really fit, fresh players who are more resilient, more hardened, and ready for what's coming.
Brad, how do you prepare the team, given this match lacked a bit of intensity and now you're going to go to full-blown intensity? How do you make that transition?
I don't think that'll be a problem at all. I think the players, they know as hard as we can try to get them going for this game, and we did. I know as well as anyone what can happen in round 22 when the opposition they can't play finals, but they have one last crack at it. But our players, I thought the start was critical. The way they started told me that their attitude was right. But then as the game goes on, human nature is to start thinking about next week. So it'll be on from the opening bounce and for 4 quarters next week, and we're under no illusions about that. So they'll be ready.
Where do you feel the side's improved the most since that round 1 meeting?
I mean, probably everywhere. I mean, we were deplorable that night, so we didn't do much right.
Thanks.